Oh my god.
He hates her.
Man, it's tough being royal.
Yeah.
Blush. Yeah.
Do you guys know that song where it goes, I wanna be royal,
Royal.
Lord, yeah.
She said it best, man.
Yeah, she's fucking good, dude.
Queen Bee.
She's fucking good.
So we're all fucking comics in our mid to late 20s who are in relationships, right?
Yeah,
bro.
You got that right. It's not easy being a black
yeah,
comic.
you're my fucking burbs, dude. I'm tearing this shit up.
Oh yeah.
I'm going crazy today, dude.
If you could have anybody's voice, literal voice, whose would you pick and what would you do with it?
RFK Jr. No.
R. Kelly, but I'd also want to say what he was feeling.
We'll put this through a modifier to make it sound like R. Kelly. Go ahead.
Auto-tune.
Oh,
What does he feel?
I didn't know this was going to go any further.
You got to heighten.
Fuck, dude.
Hey, we're not your mom.
Fuck you, dude. You are my mom.
Yeah, because we're
Fuck
judging
you, man. Fuck you.
You see the audience as your mom that serviced you for a while because you learned how
Why
to
don't
heighten
you
the
service
joke.
me? Why don't you put your fucking mouth on my dick?
I'm not even joking. Pull your pants down. I'm not joking. I'll suck your dick right here.
Prove it. Witness.
Pull your pants down. Unless you're too chicken.
Ooh.
You may think Jennifer Lawrence looks like a goose, but I see a chicken right over here.
Oh, bagog,
What?
bagog.
Oh god.
Don't lay an egg.
What do you think of?
Go
Are you
on.
afraid your mommy doesn't want to suck your dick?
What the fuck, dude?
Jeez, that was a little over the line.
That was fucked up. You don't
What
think
are
my
you
mom
feeling
wants
right
to
now?
suck my dick?
What does that bring up?
Rejection.
How so?
That you want. I don't. It's like a wedding invite. I don't want her to suck my dick, but I want the option. you
Good
know?
point.
But how would it make you feel to know that your mom would judge you if you wanted her to suck your dick?
You don't want a mom job? She'll wear an apron.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I want my mom to suck me off, dude.
It's not the first time your dick's been in her because she made you in her stomach.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fucking deep, dude.
Uh-huh. Is that weird? Your mom made your dick.
Yeah.
That's a mind twister.
She's the oven that made this English muffin.
Yeah.
Good merch.
Yeah.
Huh?
Good merch.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
yeah.
mom's the oven that made this English muffin.
It's kind of
Yeah.
long for a t-shirt.
No.
Well, you
it's
only
just
do it
right.
in large or bigger.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
This was fun.
Well,
Dude.
woo, this has gone 8 different ways. I'm up, I'm down.
Patreon only if you want.
No, I think this is good
There's
stuff.
something here. If the audience could stay with it, there's something here. I challenge you.
You guys, you take the you take.
All right, all right. Well, it's good to see you.
I'll answer some questions, or you could ask me like questions about like whatever you do. do, and then I'll like listen to what you guys have to say.
All right. Well, you like this Lizzo stuff?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either. I care a little. I mean,
I care about so little.
I know.
And that's what's an interesting thing when we're in a business about having strong points of view.
Yeah.
In order to be authentic, I'm being sincere. In order to be authentic, to find things that you actually care about.
Yeah.
It's true.
You know, it's not the deepest well. And to tell jokes or to write stuff about things
That you care about.
No, but that you don't care. Just because, like, you know, we do this all the time.
Right.
And to come up with things or to talk on podcast about, like, no.
But you think you have to care about the thing to write a joke about it?
If I think that to write jokes about stuff I don't care about is so draining, and I felt myself resenting doing this.
Is that why all your jokes are about raping children?
He's just joking.
That's what
joking.
you care about.
I don't care about
Well, you don't care about
much.
them. But
I care about them, but I'm not doing anything to stop it.
true.
I mean, if I saw it happening, I was walking around last time I was visiting here. I was in the city, and there was 2 kids. I'm making this age up, but give or take 2 years, between 10 and 12.
Okay.
And they were playing by the whatever that happened, you know, Ground Zero. What's the tower called now? Freedom Tower.
Freedom.
And there's like a fountain by there, and they were playing in there with like the water and stuff, and they were running around, and they were black. And there was a older,
This is getting more
hear me out.
dicey here. Yeah.
And they were black. And there was an older white man who was taking videos of them.
Yeah.
And they never acknowledged each other. And
Kevin Spacey was there?
dude,
All right.
bro.
Dude, bro.
And I waited, and I didn't want to go up and say something because
Sure.
just because there's black kids and a white old person doesn't mean that they're not. You know, what did Maya Angelou say? Black kids and white older people go hand in hand.
Yes.
Well, they make you feel.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was watching to make sure for a little bit because, like, is this inappropriate? But like, oh no, I realized they were together because they had something in his bag. But I'm saying, like, if there's something that's happening inappropriate, I'll try and do what I can.
Would
to
you
help
have
it watch.
fought that guy?
I wasn't thinking I had fought, but I did have enough adrenaline in, like, I'm ready to go up and say what's going on here.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What if he said, just fucking, I'll be the old man. You,
Okay,
this is how
here we
you,
go.
You be 2 little kids running around playing water.
and you be you and I'll be the old man.
Yeah, and I'm just watching.
Okay,
But hold on, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter yet.
Yeah. Hold
I'm
on.
black. Woo.
Oh wait, here, let me do this.
Hey, yeah, we're playing in the water.
Okay.
I'm a little
Ooh,
kid.
yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That'll
Ooh,
do
black
just
kids.
fine.
Yeah,
That's the
me.
stuff right
Oh,
there.
yeah, I'm black.
Oh,
I can't swim.
oh, spank bang for later, for
Here we
sure.
go.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What? I'm in the middle of something.
Are you? Is this your friend or person?
That's my dad.
Oh, this is your dad.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Pardon me. I was just looking because
Yeah.
it felt a little inappropriate because you were saying, ooh, yeah, like that.
Okay, how I fuck my kids is none of your business.
Yeah, we like it.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Uh-huh.
911.
Oh, we got you there, Dad.
Oh man, you think they can stop me? I donate so much money to that precinct. I donate to their fucking ball, and I'm happy to help too. But they're not gonna do shit to me. They know this happens. That's how corrupt the fucking NYPD is.
And you're all right with this?
I love it. He does it so well. That's why I'm in the fountain. I got to clean up.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for your concern. but
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please leave us alone.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna take them back.
And that
to
would
my-
be about the extent.
Yeah. Well, this is
But
the
jokes
weirdest part
aside,
of the whole time.
I when you see stuff sometimes like
Say
If you
something.
see something, say something.
yeah, and I have. What's going on here? What
You've
is
done
this?
that?
Yeah, not always like kid something, but if there's something that's inappropriate. I remember once. I mean, the stakes are so much lower, but I hate smoking. I know it's an opinion.
Weed or cigarettes or what?
Well, wait. Now, see, you do have opinions.
I have opinions, but I'm saying if it's stuff that I don't, this is something I do care about.
There you go.
But
That's
stuff
all
that
you
I don't
need.
care about, like the Lizzo shit.
No, I was just fucking around.
But yeah, smoking, cigarettes. I mean, dude, it's not 98. Stop.
Right.
But if you're gonna do it, do your thing, but not by me. Like I'll be even with friends, and if we're walking, we're smoking a cigarette. I'll say, hey, I'll either go on the other side or ask them to switch hands and blow it away, or I'll just go it's gross. It smells. I hate it.
Yeah.
That being said, that's your thing. Go do it. but there are certain boundaries that I feel should be universal. And I remember at the Comedy Store, there was a guy that was smoking, and he was walking in, and he took a hit right before he walked up the steps into the original room, and he just threw the cigarette on the ground.
On the floor?
On the ground.
Legend.
And I went up to him. I said, "Excuse me."
Oh God.
I said, I think you dropped your cigarette. Like a little passive aggressive, getting the benefit of the doubt for him to be like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
And he goes, "No, I meant to. I was done with it." I go, "Oh, the garbage is right there."
Oh.
And I'll tell you something. In the moment, I didn't feel the adrenaline and confrontational. But as soon as I said the garbage is right there, which I was being sincere, I was like, "Hey, man, it's right there." I got this adrenaline rush a little bit, and I'll tell you something.
Shit.
I liked it.
And then right after that, Andrew
goes,
Dice Clay beat the shit out of you.
No, he said sorry, and he picked up, he threw it away.
Really?
He did.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I wasn't going up to him being an asshole and being like, "Hey, fuck you," or like, at least my intention at the time wasn't like.
Was he a big guy?
He definitely was bigger than me.
Wow, because you're pretty tall.
I could be wrong, but I wasn't worried about thinking like this guy's gonna punch me now. I also felt like
He definitely hated you.
he threw the cigarette away.
I know, but he's cursing you in his head. Like,
You should have kept it going. You said, "Now kiss me."
yeah, where does
You
it
should now
end?
kiss me, dude.
See how far you can get.
When I see people doing stuff that feels objectively wrong,
Yeah.
I like getting into it.
Really?
Really? How many white supremacist marches have you stopped?
Ooh.
But that's the thing. I'm not like going out of my way. It's not like this big moral thing where I'm like, I am, Batman standing up for the people that need to, and I'll be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Just if I see something, it's like, what the fuck are you? I was on the
Yeah.
plane and somebody farted. It happens. But for 45 minutes, every like 5 or so minutes, it happened probably 8 times.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, I'm like, what the fuck? And I know I handled that wrong. I know I handled it wrong, but I said, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
And the flight attendant came over and knew what I was talking about and brought spray. He goes, "I'm so sorry."
Whoa.
I'll go, once this person leaves, I'll go in the bathroom. I go, "It's not from the bathroom. It's one of these people."
This is like a Knives Out movie right here. This is
Great.
But like, what are you doing? So like the motivation, you ever doing something and you're excited and then you lose motivation, and part of the craft is, well, you keep doing the joke anyway, or you keep writing the thing anyway, but like that's part of the process.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way with like this kind of shit. Once I'm no longer invested, I'm out. But in a moment when stop doing that.
yeah.
Well, the problem with the farting is you'll never get the culprit. It's an invisible
There
crime.
are ways.
Are there? What, are you going to sniff everybody's crotch?
You
I don't
could.
know. I guess.
It was this person and the person in front of me.
You knew it.
I'll tell you how I knew that.
Please.
Because I can't be positive, but it was happening. It was so strong, and on planes, like it doesn't smell as much a few seats back. Would you
Sure.
concede this? Have you noticed
Probably.
this before?
Sure, yeah.
It was one of these things, and there was a lot of space between us. And when I said, and I looked over at these people, the other person, they could have been a great actor, but the other person was just going,
Oh.
and they knew, and this person didn't acknowledge, and they heard it.
Oh.
Also,
Big guy? Fat?
just a regular looking dad.
Okay. A dad fart is a doozy.
And the dad was holding a child who I'm not good with ages, but we'll say give or take a year or 3.
38?
And there's some turbulence, and the kid, I didn't see, but from the thing, fell on the ground.
The dad of the
No,
kid?
the kid fell on the ground.
Jesus.
And the kid was crying a little, and picked him up.
How
and,
old is this kid?
like,
3.
Maybe 3. I mean, a toddler, I think. 3.
2.
And then picked up the kid, and then was like looking around, and in turn went like this, hit the kid on the thing, and I'm already thinking like, this guy, this is the farter. This guy is unaware and inconsiderate.
He doesn't care.
Now I'm not.
That's his own kid. He would do that to. What would he do to you?
I'll tell you what he would do.
Gas
He
him
would sit
out.
the fuck down, take some IB guard, because
Yeah.
it was stinky.
Yeah.
And when adrenaline goes up,
Sponsors.
I'm into like. I feel this way in the podcast sometimes. I've had some episodes where it gets a little confrontational.
Yeah.
And it's like, great. Go on.
What would you do if the guy talks shit back to you? Let's go a different way with that scene where Mark is my kid. Maybe he's not my kid in this scene. Let's try it one more time. Let's see what you would actually do here.
All right, can I ask a favor of you?
Sure.
Because I want to play this real. Could you not heighten as quickly?
Of course.
To be like, oh, I rape my son. It's like, all right, well then, what the fuck?
Okay,
Make it
I
a little bit
made
believable.
a choice, and the fact that you can't accept that choice.
I'm not your mom, dude.
Oh!
What the fuck, dude?
This is getting heavy.
What the fuck?
All right. He's not the farter.
Play the music.
Okay.
Back off, Mom.
Thank you.
Back off.
All right. Uh-oh. Pulling out the
I may
knife.
not be your mother, but I am your biological father.
Dada?
And the reason I left your mother was because I felt judged. And I'm sorry that by leaving her, I left you. I think about it every day. I
He
do.
doesn't have a mustache.
Oh, cut the music.
You just carry a mustache with
I'm a
you.
prop
that
comic
was,
now.
that was great. The fact you've been walking around New York City with that in your pocket. Is hilarious.
What if I need to buy a fake ID?
Yeah, good point.
All right, go ahead, do it.
All right, so now
I don't know if you
Yes.
need to be a certain age to buy the fake ID.
based on no other.
What's that?
Never mind.
No, I'm making myself look older. So because people who sell fake IDs, they want to make sure you're still of age.
Really? I thought that was the whole point of the fake ID. Unless you're a migrant.
Yeah, it was just.
I see. Sorry. Continue. All right, so wait. The farting guy really got
No,
you.
let's. We want to take this one more time. One more time. real quick.
your eyes.
One more time.
I understand.
Rick, one more time. Mark is now in this scene. Mark is playing the black child.
Okay. the
Is
role
not-
I was built to play.
Is not my son. Are you ready?
Yeah, it was a son. It was a boy and a girl. It was 2 kids.
Okay. Well, you were playing both the black boy and the black girl.
Woo, black kid.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Woo, yeah,
right,
I'm in the
that'll
water.
work.
Hee, I'm all
Perfect.
wet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Friday.
Excuse me.
You are
Excuse me.
wet.
Sir, what's going? Is this? I'm so sorry. I see you're filming something. Are you guys together?
I'm a photographer.
And are you?
I'm a little black kid. Woo.
I'm just taking. Do you have a problem with photography? I'm trying to.
Do you know them?
Have you seen a photographer? They take pictures of things on the street.
Without asking.
Do I know a building back there?
Without their parents' permission, I'm gonna. You got to stop doing that, man.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm gonna get you now.
Oh.
Because you don't support the arts, and you won't let me pursue my passion, which is photography.
Oh, bitch, you don't know me.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I'll get out of here.
That's really fucked up,
yeah,
dude.
I'm
Back
sorry.
off.
I'm
Back.
sorry. Yep.
Officer, this man won't let me photograph these black
You're the
kids.
cop. You're the cop.
Uh-oh, Popo's
Sit down.
going.
What's going on here?
Hey.
New York's finest, baby.
Wow. That
I got
was
you good.
acting.
You didn't know what to do.
Mr. Lord Michaels.
Yeah.
You didn't know what to do.
You guys ever audition for SNL?
No.
Yeah.
When you were first starting out, did you ever? Was that a thing that you thought you wanted to do?
I would have taken anything.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I would have loved to do Weekend Update at some point, but that's the only thing I would
Your
have.
mom would have
Yeah.
liked that. Well, she would.
Wow.
Your mom would like that because you get to sit in a suit. You get to swirl scotch. Mm-hmm. Do you think
Yeah.
your mom would like you better if you wore a suit on stage?
I'm still doing the same material, but that would probably class it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the suit can look really cool. I mean, I'm producing Gary Veter's special, and I got him a sick suit.
Oh, you went mom on him.
I went mom on him. I was like, because he does all one-liners, so I thought it would be a cool look for like a one-liner comic. He's kind of
You know
a
what you should do?
throwback.
It should be tight on him the whole thing, but then the last 15 minutes you reveal why that he's just naked.
That's
like no
good,
bottom.
dude. I'd
Wait,
the
what do you
naked,
mean? Oh,
you call,
tight
and you
on
can
the
call
face.
the bottoms up.
Naked might be even better. I'm trying to find the pic
I
of
see.
it.
Yeah, you could call it Gary Vader raw and uncensored.
There you go. Bears all.
Yeah.
I can't find the picture. I'll find it later.
I've seen it. He looks great in a suit. He's
looks
so
cute.
and little.
Yeah, there is suit confidence. I've gone on stage in a suit a few times, and when I was wearing a suit for something, and then I had a show.
Yeah.
And there is something about suit confidence where, like, if it weren't for me not wanting to wear a suit all the time, I would do it.
Yeah.
It's annoying, dry cleaning and all that stuff.
Also,
It's a
like,
lot.
you wear the same. How many suits do you want me to have?
Yeah.
Right.
But like, there is something that the audience casts you as something that I feel is very beneficial. Where you could lean into the classy, or you could be, like the antithesis of it. But either way, it serves a purpose.
Yeah.
Like Stanhope will wear like funny blazers and stuff, you know?
Oh yeah, he's got the zoot suit, the weird orange and patterns.
We should start wearing suits on stage.
Yeah, it's just, and you don't have to think about your outfit. You can just pick the suit up, put it on.
It looks good. Women, I think, really like a guy
Women
in a
love
suit.
a suit.
Is that true?
Yeah.
They did a poll, and they said the way women feel about like a nice tailored suit is how men feel about lingerie.
Yeah, dude. You put that suit on, all the pussies are going to be wet at the Rick Glassman show, bro.
I have to say, and I'm in a relationship, and I'm not even looking toward this, and I'm not even the funniest person in the world. I'm funniest, one of the. It doesn't matter. I have found that a lot of, and they tell me like, girls usually like they do get wet during my shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you put a towel down on all the seats, or how's that work?
No, it's just. I have this bit I came up with where I smash a watermelon in the front.
Oh,
That's good stuff.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
You guys Gallagher fans?
He had some good wordplay.
I never got into it.
He doesn't. He got a bad rap with the sledge-o-matic and the hair and the hat and
He
the whole
did.
thing, but his wordplay is pretty great. I mean, if there's a clip went viral like a week ago. It already has like 20,000 or 20 million views, and it's clever as shit. I mean, I don't know if it's your cup of jizz, but it is clever.
I just remember before I was into comedy and I knew comedians. Like as a kid, I knew Gallagher,
Right? We all did.
and I remember I used to think it was really funny, but I can't think of one
The
joke.
bald with the long hair is such a bad look.
It's a bad look.
Russ Maneve used to have a great joke. You ever see a bald guy with a ponytail? It looks like all his hair got together and hung itself.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna find the exact clip. It's all over YouTube, but some dweeb posted it, and it just went viral immediately because it still holds up. And I'm not saying it's the funniest shit ever. It's not N-words versus black people, but
Who's the funniest comedian ever?
I don't know, Rodney maybe. I don't know.
Dangerfield's hard to beat for me. You can't. He walks in the room and you're already smiling.
Yeah, he's good.
That scene in Easy Money when he's singing Follicula, it's just insane. It's like he's just singing, but it's funny.
I
Well-
did a movie with an unbelievable Rodney impersonator.
Oh, really?
Unbelievable. Sounded like he knew all of his jokes, and it just crushed.
Wow.
He was just crushing.
Yeah, great jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He walks in the room. It's funny because he's a fat, ugly guy who's confident and extremely happy, and that combination
Is he ugly?
What are you kidding? He's a ghoul. Look at the photo. Look at that. He's a wacky looking guy. I mean, he
Type
talks
in Rodney
about it.
Dangerfield good looking picture.
Look at that.
He just looks like a guy to me.
Wow, he's no Adonis. He looks like a comedian.
Good looking. It looks all right.
I mean, even there, he looks like hell. He's a gargoyle.
I'll tell you, I was ugly. My mother never breastfed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. All
And how
right.
does that make you feel?
Bad. Makes me feel fucking bad.
How long were you breastfeeding,
Rodney
you know?
in therapy.
I'm sure there's a video.
I'll tell you, he can't crack. How did it make me feel? You should have seen me last week. My doctor, Dr. Vinny Boom Butts.
I asked for a second opinion. He said, "Hey, you're ugly too."
If you had to do an SNL audition and do impressions, what would be your 3 impressions?
You gotta go, Rodney.
Rodney would be. I don't do impressions. Who would you do?
I did submit one, and if you want, I could send it to you to put it in. I did one where I did Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, what do you do? Hey, go slap him.
We'll cut to a clip. It was before that stuff. This was like 12 years ago. I did Denzel Washington.
When I get finished with y'all, you been playing basketball on Pelican Bay. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this beast. You never seen the light. Who the fuck do you think you messing with? I'm the police up in here. You don't just live here. Can't call that dog shit on me.
I did
You don't like to get wet though, huh? Primo, Angel Dust, PCP, Training Day.
yeah, I did a different training day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Training
Okay,
Day.
wow.
I'm noticing a trend
I
in
did
some
a
of your
Brad
picks.
Garrett.
Oh, okay. There we go.
The big 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you do a good Denzel?
I don't. I used to. I practice it a lot. I'll send it. We'll put a moment of it in.
Pipe it in.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, that's a clay like James Adomian. He did like great impressions of really kind of obscure people.
Yeah.
Although those aren't too obscure, but Pinkett.
It was good.
All right.
The Jada Pinkett was good.
I'd have to see it.
Did you think if you were to make it on here, were you planning on going blackface for the thing?
I didn't put out blackface. You don't have to do blackface.
But
Like when you
isn't
do
it
Rodney
weird-
Dangerfield, you don't have to put on a suit.
I know, but isn't it weird for just a white guy to come out and do Jada Pinkett?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't book me.
Did you shave your head?
No.
Okay.
So it's just you, but you're doing her voice?
Kinda.
But
Cut to the
imagine-
Jada Pinkett Smith one now.
All right.
Imagine if you gotten hired and then the Will Smith thing happened. They'd be like, thank God we hired this guy. We can pull him out of the closet and let him do this one thing he does.
Everyone at home watching is like, that's not Jada Smith.
Right.
Yeah, but you don't have to make them believe you are that. It just has to be enough of a thing for them
Sure.
to believe that reality. And then you get to, like, live in that ironic space.
Right.
But usually on SNL, they look like the
Yeah, they
person.
throw the
there.
You
costume.
put a wig on me.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, you can put a wig on me.
Lose
Yeah.
the glasses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, now I see
Oh
it.
yeah, kind of a goose.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you? What would your impressions be?
Well, I just learned I could do RFK. That's one.
That's good.
Thank you. I could do Donald Duck.
That's pretty good.
You can do an elephant.
Where do I sign?
All right, good stuff, boy.
All right. Couple animals. There's no animals on the cast, I've noticed. So somebody's got to do it. How about an owl? Woo, woo, woo. All right.
These sketches are going to write themselves.
Yeah, this
This
is
is good
you know,
stuff.
you were a bird on mine once.
I was a bird?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what was that?
I don't remember, but, you know.
You made me into a bird on your animation?
Yeah, you said you wanted to do. Is this
I want to be a pigeon.
Oh, it was a pigeon. Yeah.
Ah.
You made you a pigeon.
We're talking about what animal I would be.
You
One
were-
time Whitney said there should be like an animated show where I voice a pigeon.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, she's like, you should be like a pigeon talking about living in the city
Yeah,
and
grizzled
complaining.
New York pigeon.
Yeah.
I like that. What animal would you maybe be? What, a ferret? We'll throw some Warby Parkers on a ferret, and we got it. Come on.
That felt anti-Semitic.
No.
No, it didn't.
That would be more of a rat. I guess they're both rodents. Hold on. What would you be? Maybe an otter. Otter? Yes. Gay with little hair. That's what gays call you're an otter in the gay world.
An anteater?
You know those restaurants where they're mean to you?
Yeah,
Dicks.
I love those.
Is that what it is? You know what would be fun is to the three of us to be waiters at that restaurant and you film it, you know, hidden camera style, and see if, because those people, they do jokes and I don't know how good they are, how funny they are, but like for us to like go as hard as possible.
No, it's personality driven there. It's more sass. There's
Yeah.
a burger place called Paul's, and there's a waitress who's kind of like that.
Oh, I remember
But
Paul's.
it's supposed to be that.
Yeah, no, it's not. But she's just kind of sassy. But it works. It's fun. But yeah,
But the Dicks is the one where they come to your table and they drop it down. They're like, hurry up and order. They're like mean.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But I'd love to do that where it's like, hey, you know, here, order something for me.
Hey.
Both of you guys order something.
All right,
Hey,
I'm going to get the milkshake and the cheeseburger.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck you!
Oh, jeez. I didn't want
Wow.
the mayo.
Jeez.
Oh. Boy.
Shit.
You didn't take my order.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I your mommy? Am I your mommy?
Woo, doggy. There you go.
You know,
Now
there's
he's
a
coming.
If this was 6 years ago, I would have for the joke. I know I would have really like hit and pushed and done stuff because I thought you guys would have thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of myself for not really doing anything too aggressive there.
You didn't heighten.
Wow. Yeah.
Good for you.
Good stuff.
We've grown up.
I used to want to wrestle when kids would come over when I was younger.
You went too far. You were
Yeah,
that
they
kid.
stopped coming over.
Yeah.
I was that kid.
You paralyzed the kid.
No, but I would
Talk about it. Talk about the kid you killed.
I did make a kid pass out in my basement.
Really?
We were wrestling. I put him in a chokehold.
And you made him
Yeah, and
pass
he passed
out.
out, and he was so scared because I know that was a thing. He just fell.
Oh,
what's going
my
on? But the other people
God.
were like, it's okay. He just passed out. And I was scared, and he woke up. I don't remember, like 20 seconds or 10 seconds later or something.
2 years later, and he was like, huh, "Mommy."
Yeah, now that kid's in therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But he was a really fast dribbler. I remember. He
Yeah.
would go real low and dribble real
Well, he
low.
was dribbling when you choked him.
Yeah.
But
Why do you choke him out? Just you.
I
you
thought we
messing-
were wrestling, and like that's what you do, and like we were wrestling, and we also my brother really like he got boxing gloves and they're boxing in the basement, and like his older friends and some of them like to do it, but when
You
I
guys boxed?
used to love it,
Really?
that was fun.
yeah.
We used to do
with
that
gloves.
too.
We did wrestling. No, we didn't box. That's it.
Yeah, and then like lightsaber fights where I would ask them to I want to choreograph a fight, and they're like, I don't want to, and I was like, no, you trust me, you'll have a good time. And they're like,
Yeah.
all right, and then they didn't come over again.
Ah,
Damn.
That'll fuck you up. That'll fuck up your childhood. But it sounds like you got a little rage in you there, Fatty.
No, it felt like it's what I love about basketball so much. I think we talked about this once, where like I love being aggressive and playing that way. Like it doesn't feel like anger; it feels like connection to me.
Oh, interesting.
Like talking shit. You know, like when you talk shit with somebody,
Yeah.
like and you go harder and harder. Some people might be like "fuck you" and like getting triggered, or it's just like it's a competitive. It's just I've always loved being physical. And like, I just love it.
But you take it too far sometimes.
That's what you
Yeah,
said.
I took it too far a fair amount of times.
And you yelled at the guy on the airplane with the baby.
I didn't yell at him. I just said, "What the fuck?"
So
It was
funny
so
to me.
bad.
I nearly
Really?
took.
He went after
I
a
went
lady.
after a woman behind me. It's air justice. I look at it
Air
as.
justice.
I think-
What a movie.
I think civil. You have
that's
to be
great.
civilized when you're around other people. It's such a peeve of mine. Is enclosed spaces, and someone acts like it's their fucking home.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
I would like you to have merch called Air Justice, and it's a silhouette of you like this, but your posture is a little, like this, and you have, your hair on it instead of the bald head.
Yeah,
I like it. That's
into
good.
That's not a joke on your posture. It was more of a Jewish overall thing.
I see.
Whatever, dude.
What did the
Fuck
person on the plane
Fuck
behind
you.
you do that made you?
She was gabbing like it was, this happens a lot. People get drunk on a, I think I told this story already on the pod. I'll tell a short version. People, they act like it's their home. She was apparently, she was going loud, like scream laughing right behind my,
Was
and
she
I'm like,
watching something?
no, she's talking to a guy who I thought they were like flirting, hitting it off, but turns out he was probably annoyed as fuck. by
Oh,
her.
I'm sure.
She was like kind of a hot older woman stage mom. It turns out, which shocker.
How it turns
stage
out?
Mom. Because
I thought you were tweeting something about a stage mom.
yeah. Because some guy behind me, I guess, knew who I was, and he saw my tweet where I was like, "God, this fucking human behind
And what
me."
he said, yeah.
He wrote something like Samuel just told me to fuck off, and I said no. I told the woman. I responded like, no, I was telling the woman sitting next to you to stop talking so loud. I was like, it was pretty reasonable how I responded. I was
Yeah.
like, Miss, you got to keep it down. Is what I
Hey,
said.
good for you.
Yeah.
Would you be able to do that?
No, not in a million years. I'd give her one of these.
Right, and hope that satisfied.
Hope that did
Now,
it.
when you say that, are you nervous or you
No.
feel like I need to do this?
I needed to, and everyone around me was like, giving me a look like.
Like,
Oh,
thanks?
that's cool.
We were on a flight once cross country to Seattle. It was me, Gary Veter, and Brian, who's my tour manager. And Brian has no fear talking shit to people. We all kind of. Veter will do the same thing. But
Yeah.
there's a woman behind me, and she won't. She's pissed drunk. She gets cut off by the guy. She's just screaming. And it's one of the things where I said it to them, and the guy, she's screaming to the point where I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. It's insane. The people in the front were annoyed, and he's like, "Miss, you've had too much to drink. I'm sorry, I can't give you." Which, by the way, that's a sign, right?
Yeah.
So then I turn around and she's screaming, and both me and we're looking at each other like, I have noise canceling headphones on. I'm hearing you. So I go, you got to keep it down.
Right.
And the guy gives me a look like, okay, but then at the same time, he goes, we weren't being loud, and I go, you were. And then he gives me one of these, like, I could see him like bubbling with rage, like furious that I just told him to keep it down. Inconsiderate people have no idea about what they're doing. So then,
How do you get mad at
some
that?
people truly don't know. And I could tell you, I have been in, as I'm sure you can imagine, a fair amount of positions where people have said to me, "Hey, shh."
Yeah.
And my instinct is usually like, "Oh,
That's what I've been
no,
shushed
me too.
many times.
But
Like,
that's
sorry.
my problem is not just that; it's the afterwards, because then she just keeps doing it, and then Gary realizes it's his turn, and he goes, "Lady, enough." And then
I can see him doing
and then Gary's another New York guy. He'll fucking do that. And then
And his feet are
it gets-
dangling.
And then Brian sees that we're losing it, and Brian's on the other side of her. So Brian, the tour manager, Brian Hubbard, who I love, basically he gets annoyed with her. She kicks a bottle in his direction, like just no manners, and he goes, "You're trash, lady. You're trash."
Whoa, you're trash.
And it's going on now. And then of course she pulls the
And
thing
he
as
sits next to her? He's sitting next to her?
they're both aisle. So then he does the when we land finally after we all fucking lose it on the flight attendant's like, "I'm so sorry." He hates her too. What are you gonna do? I feel bad. He's got to deal with her.
Yeah.
So then we land. She does a thing like, "Do you guys hate me?"
Oh,
And it's
now
like-
I do.
It's like what do you want out of this interaction?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you want from us?
She wants
say
you to
that?
not hate her.
Yeah, play the music.
Lead him in with "You guys hate me."
Do you guys hate me?
I don't hate just you. I hate everything you represent. You're an inconsiderate twat.
Wow.
You probably had a horrible, horrible father. Bad mother, too, I would guess.
Yeah.
You never grew out of it. You never got the attention you seeked. That's why on a flight you're so loud that everyone around you has to hear the most mundane thoughts you think are interesting. So you drink yourself into a stupor. Nothing I like less than a drunk who can't handle their shit. Learn how to drink if you're going to drink. Be a civilized fucking adult. Don't ruin my flight, and don't make it so I can't watch the movie Tomcat starring Jerry O'Connell on this flight.
Okay, well, I guess you do hate me then. Now I'm gonna kill myself. Thanks a lot, comedian guy. Funny man causes death on Seattle
Air
flight.
Justice.
Air Justice. Coming to CNN this fall.
I had
Or
a peeve.
NBC.
I wrote down a peeve. I had something.
He's got a peeve.
Any peeve?
Whew.
Any peeves? You guys have any
That was
peeves?
intense.
You know, my dad was talking to me the other day. I forgot you guys do this because he said I got a whole bunch of pet peeves. My dad, we podcast together sometimes, and
Really?
I was and a fair amount actually.
Wow.
And I was talking to him about they might want to move and get a place in California, and we're talking about money. I'm like, I'll give you my Patreon, and why don't you just do? And he like maybe wants, and he was like, I think maybe I want to do one where I just talk about all my pet peeves.
Hey.
So I don't remember what they were.
What grinds
but,
his gears?
But I'm gonna get him on the horn.
All right,
That's
Mr.
interesting,
Glassman.
Yeah.
I've met him. He's a smooth, cool dude. Owns a rug store out in Cleveland.
If you're looking for just the right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll find thousands of choices, including carpet, hardwood, rugs, and luxury vinyl. So make the right choice and visit Marshall Carpet One and Rug Gallery. And we promise, with more than 50 years as a family-owned business, we've got you covered!
I miss you so much already that I'm home and you're not here.
I miss you too, but
Quiet. Go ahead.
I was just at home. I'm on a podcast with one guy who has no relationship with his dad, and the other one his mom judges him.
Yeah.
Sam Morrell and Mark Norman.
Very different fathers.
Hey,
My dad
Mr.
never said he
Glassman.
misses me.
Those two guys need no introduction even with this 70-year-old shoe.
Oh, I love this guy. I wish you were my dad.
Hands off, dude.
Sorry. He's a dilf.
So they end their podcast all the time with pet peeves, and I know you have a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, okay, well, here's my latest.
All right.
All right, here we go, guys. So, you know when someone is on their phone or something, go, you got to see this. They want to show you a video. They want to show you an Instagram post. They want to show you a text, right? And they
Yep.
go, you got to see this. So, okay, I drop everything I'm doing, and I'm going over to see it. And it takes them 5 minutes to find the fucking thing.
That's a great one.
Okay? I hate that.
Great peeve.
You got another one? We like that peeve.
I love it.
I'm
Dad.
going to go off his peeve
Oh,
for a
Sam wants to
second.
go off that
I'm
peeve
going
for a
off
sec.
that for a second because I love that. I had a guy in the street. Love when someone says, you know, hey, I love your comedy. Can I take a pic? Always happy to do it.
Dad, could you hear?
Yeah, I can.
But this guy, this is a classic thing. They can't figure out their fucking phone.
Oh,
How
classic.
hard is it? I could figure out your phone.
Yes.
The guy was like,
You don't need to unlock it.
Swipe it.
what do I do? You've never taken a picture?
I know.
Do you ever take someone else's phone to do it for them?
I've done it, yeah. When they take
Yeah.
it too long, I'm like, oh, give it to me, and I do the
Especially
selfie.
Drunks. Yeah, the worst is when they got to flip it around. They're like, how do I make it not look at that thing over there? Look at me. And I'm like, just push the flip around button. It's right there.
Look at this, Dad. We're part of the game now.
Yeah, I know it. So here's another one. Okay?
I love this.
And you guys, you're in the city, so you don't drive that much, okay? But use your fucking turn signal.
Yeah. Here, here.
Okay?
Boy, these
That's
are great.
what you're there for.
I think you got a podcast on your hands there, Mr. Glassy.
Listen, guys, I'm moving to Palm Desert next year, and I need supplemental income in order to do it. So
Will you guys go on my
figure it
dad's
out,
Patreon
will
at some point?
I will, yeah.
I don't know where Palm Desert is.
Well, you'll do it on
Zoom,
the phone. Who gives a
yeah.
shit?
I'll zoom in, Pops.
All right, Dad, you just got yourself some big guests on your Patreon.
Those are big guests, and I'm ready for it. Thanks, dudes.
Thanks, dudes.
Thank you,
Listen
Dad.
to This podcast.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, is there anything you want to plug?
You got some dates? Any deals on the carpets?
How about here's the title? How about what chaps the ass of Mr. Glass?
You should know this. I did get a great
I like it.
offer from HBO.
Oh, yeah? What's the deal?
$9.95 a month.
Yeah.
We must say that's an Amir joke that
Oh.
we do all the time.
Oh, okay. I
All
thought
right,
he
bye-bye.
came up with that.
Talk
I was
to you later.
about to
Love you.
blow him.
Bye. No, Amir. Oh no, that's not an Amir joke. That's
A meerkat.
That's Fraser Smith, and we told that joke once with Amir.
What's the joke?
He goes, I'm really excited, guys. Things are going well. I just got a new deal with HBO. Yeah.
And they
you know,
applaud.
and then
That's funny.
20 whatever the month
$29
is.
a month. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right.
Yeah,
Fraser.
Liam McEnany used to have a joke, like, old back in the day, where he'd say, I just signed a deal with Disney, and everyone would clap and go that I have to stay 500 feet from their parking lot.
Nice.
Another misdirect.
Whatever
Yeah.
happened to that guy?
I think
I
he's
heard
in LA.
you got too close to Disney, and
There you go.
Yeah.
turns out that wasn't a joke,
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you
which
got
is the name of
boot-
my special.
You got the Puss in Boots.
Turns out there's no jokes.
I don't know. I've seen a few of those. They're out there.
I got another peeve. If you guys are ready, can I give another peeve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a thing happening, and this is summer New York, so it'll happen frequently. They conserve air conditioning in certain old New York buildings, and they just conserve it. So I'll just wake up covered in sweat, like, what the fuck? And then they're like, I'll get an email the next day, like, we had to conserve air
Oh.
just so it doesn't black out, because these are like old units, I think.
Right.
But you're like, you know what conserving, it means I don't have air.
Yeah.
That means there's no air, and I'm fucking sweating.
Wow. In the middle of the night, too, when you're not expecting it. That's fucked up.
Although I
Never
think
expect in the middle of the night, do you, Mark?
No, that's when they get you.
that, you know, though, that's the one good thing is I felt like I was coming down with something this weekend, and I feel like I sweated out from the fucking.
Oh.
It's a good thing. But
Okay.
That's a thing you're supposed to do when you're not feeling well.
Sweat it
Sweat.
out.
That's
Schwitz.
why kids in sweatshops never get sick.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Those iPhones that keep on a-pumping. And
Yeah.
Nikes.
I don't think they get sick days.
That's true, too.
I don't think they're like, you know what? I'm not going to come in today. I think they probably.
Yeah, they're
See,
coming
that's
in.
another thing that, like, if I were walking around and then I saw kids being forced to do this type of work, I would need to do something.
All
But
right,
I know it's happening.
Let's act it out right now. Mark's
All
a kid.
right.
Mark's
No,
a kid.
I don't. None of these
One
act
more.
outs aren't playing. I'll do it because
You're great at
the
it.
act outs aren't playing.
They're
today.
working, buddy.
All right, so you, what's going on
I'm
here?
the kid. I'm using my little Chinese
Can I at least get my
fingers.
point out before this act out?
Okay.
Sure.
What I'm saying is, but like knowing it's happening, I'm still using an iPhone. I'm not doing anything. So like, I think it's wrong, and I would do something if it was in front of me.
Sure,
I think.
sure.
But like knowing it's happening, it's like I don't like if I saw Lizzo go up to another
I
dancer.
thought you don't care about Lizzo.
What I'm
Oh,
saying,
boy.
if I saw it, if I were there, and Lizzo goes up to somebody and grabs her tits and be like, "Dance, bitch," I would be like, "Lizzo, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
But now I hear that it's happening. It's like I don't know. It's none of my. It doesn't. I'm not in. It doesn't concern me right now.
You're what we call a proximity activist.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Yeah.
right in your vicinity.
Yeah.
So if you were alive in the 1940s and you read about the Holocaust, you wouldn't care.
Okay. First of all, there's a difference between not caring and not doing anything about it. Okay.
So you're saying you wouldn't do anything about the Holocaust?
Well, he's not in
I would
Germany.
take people in, but I'm not enlisting.
Well, that would travel. That would require travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. What,
Proximity.
yeah. I'm not. You know what? I better go take arms. No. But like.
No legs. But
If like if the Underground Railroad was happening around me, and then
the subway.
and people were like, "Hey, have you seen Patriot?" Which, by the
Yeah.
way, I rewatched the first.
I
act
just
recently.
rewatched it too.
Holy shit! Now he's an anti-Semite I could get behind.
Yeah.
that is a movie, man.
This guy fucking likes What Women Want too. That's a turd of a
That's
film.
right.
You
that was
love
our
Gibson.
first
Oh,
argument.
That's a great.
Our
That's,
first
I also
argument.
like Nancy Meyers. What Women Want is a solid rom-com.
Well,
It's
the
a
premise,
solid rom-com.
The premise is great. Every guy's wanting to know what a woman's thinking.
I know what they're thinking. Damn, what's going on with that guy?
Yeah, look at that mop
Yeah.
of curls.
But Patriot, when spoiler alert, kind of when something happens to one of his sons, and then they grab Heath Ledger's character and they go,
Yes.
and he has to get his other two little boys, and he goes, and we don't know who his character is yet.
He's a badass.
Yeah, and he fought like dirty. He fought like with axes and in the woods, not the straight up you shoot, we shoot.
Yes.
And he just went, and they called him the Ghost. And he just, have you seen this movie?
I haven't seen it.
Bro, I'm on the plane watching it. I've seen it so many times, and I'm out loud. I'm going, holy shit.
It's basically John Wick in colonial times.
Yes, it's so good.
It's fun to watch. It's a dude flick with history and axes.
And he has like his little boys like, listen, you follow your older brother, and his older brother's probably like 13. The younger one's like 10 or so.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not great with ages.
No,
and
no,
it's just like, and then they go in the trees and they
charges.
set the guns, and he goes and they're doing the throwing the, and then the kids, there was just this dad, they don't know anything about him, and then they see him just like fucking going to town, and there's the blood is coming up, and they're just, and then just the shot, he's going nuts. And because one of his kids, just spoiler alert, got shot and killed, and you never saw this in him, and then you just see all the sons, including the adult one, that just like they'd never seen this before, and it's just, I'm goosebumps right now. You just see them like this,
R.L. Stein.
like they can't believe
Yeah,
what just
it's great.
happened.
Yeah.
Well, this is you. If one more fart happens on a JetBlue flight, you're going full Gibson on someone's ass with two axes, body
But
spray.
what I'm saying is, like, if there's soldiers coming around here and like people need protection, there's a decent chance I'm gonna be, at least you could hide in here.
yeah.
But I'm not taking a flight.
I get it.
Yeah, I was just trying to bait you. I wouldn't either.
Well, you're a masturbator, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that was a great rant
you
there,
jerk off.
too. And we got a pro Gibson Jew over here, which is rare.
Well, pro Patriot and pro What Women Want and pro Daddy's Home too.
And propane.
Yeah.
You're
I
a
do
pain.
like Beavis and Butthead. What's that guy's name?
Beavis.
No, what's
Butthead.
You know the guy that did
Oh,
Judge?
Mike Judge.
Yeah, but King of the Hill I meant.
Oh, Hank Hill.
Did you guys see Daddy's Home too?
No, is it good?
What is this? The thumbs down edition of Siskel? You're giving us all these horseshit
Fuck.
movies.
Horseshit
Daddy's
movie.
Home
Have you
too.
seen it?
Daddy's Home too? No, I didn't see the first one. I couldn't understand the second one.
If you comment in here, if not only
Pull
if
it
you've
up.
seen it. Daddy's Home 2 with Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I thought it
Is-
was. I'm thinking of Boss Baby.
No, is legitimately.
He thought he was
a
plugging Boss
real
Baby on here.
Oh, it's another Gibson.
John Lithgow and Mel Gibson play the parents of
great.
Wahlberg and
That's a great guy. Guy who goes on adult podcasts. You haven't seen Boss Baby 2? Are you fucking kidding me?
You haven't
That's
seen
actually a fun
Baby's Kids?
podcast just around Boss Baby, and when he goes on other podcasts, that's all he talks about.
Kobe Bryant's in this?
Well, welcome to the Boss Baby cast here,
This movie
guys.
is legitimately very, very funny.
Why
wow,
did no one talk
Lithgow,
about
great
it?
cast.
It's great. It's a great movie.
Look, go to hit the Rotten Tomatoes.
Who's in the first
I'm curious.
one,
I
then?
want the audience score.
Wahlberg and Will Ferrell.
Okay, got it. I'm telling you, Kobe Bryant. Go down. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Go up.
Yeah, you're right.
Kobe Bryant.
What? Pull up the Rotten Tomatoes.
Liam
Bill
Neeson.
Burr.
I don't remember any of that.
Bill Burr's in it.
Yeah, Bill Burr's played a patron in a movie theater.
What a cast. Lithgow's great.
You thumbs down on me just because you haven't heard of it yet.
I
It's
never.
got, it's got a fat 21% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, a lot of comedies have
All
a
right,
fat
well, go to the
21%.
audience score. That's what I want to know.
75%.
75 by the audience. That's pretty good. That's
me
a
see.
C plus.
51.
Hey.
Look at me.
Oh, John Cena.
I'm
doesn't help.
telling you, this movie is very funny.
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
All right, we'll give it a shot. I'm on
Have
a
you seen
plane tomorrow.
What do you think?
Oh shit, he liked the first one.
What do you think of
Be
Patriot?
honest. If he wasn't here, if I just said before he built it up like this, I was like, "What do you think of Daddy's Home 2?" What would you say?
What do you
Really?
think of Patriot?
You know who's never heard Daddy's Home? All right.
Well, do you have a pet peeve you want to get out or no?
No, we gotta go. This has been.
All right.
We got
Not
places
that
to
long.
be.
We're rocking.
I got a
buddy.
show at
Leave a
50
comment. Let me
minutes.
know what you think of
Where?
Daddy's
Where's
Home
your
2.
show?
New York Comedy Club.
Oh, fuck that! It takes 10 minutes to get there.
All right. Well, I'd like to prepare, but yeah. Oh,
What,
there it is. We got the trailer.
to cover up his butt whack.
Oh, that's pretty good. All right, I'm in. That's all I needed. I'm sold. But, oh, thank you. Collect all 5. Ooh,
I look pretty cool as Venom here.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Nice. I got the abs. I got a little guy on my shoulder. Who's that guy?
So I always have a goblin in every card because that's my my mascot.
Oh, fun.
So the goblin takes on different forms.
Okay.
Are these? So I get one of each.
Yeah.
Same.
If
Thank
you want, if you like these, not many people are collectors. I am, but if you are, I'll be happy to send you a set. They're all very cool.
All right.
All right.
But we just had the Workaholics. They're all Fantastic Four. It's awesome.
Oh, fun.
I also
Who's the
collect this
Invisible
shit.
Woman?
Got the Adam
Anders.
Devine.
No, he's the thing.
He was on Theo's pod. It was a great listen.
Yeah, I was listening to a clip how he said Marvel movies killed the
Oh, yeah, that's great.
killed comedies. Let me see.
And if you swipe, you'll see the card version. Oh yeah, right there.
Wow.
But look at the top one where you see all of them
Dusty
together.
Slay.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Aren't those cool?
Very cool. You got Elon Musk in the bottom right. That's not bad.
Does look like Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
All right, boys.
All right.
Plug some stuff, man. You got some.
Oh, I thought we were done.
What do you got to plug?
Just take your shoes off podcast or my Instagram, Rick Glassman, whatever, you know.
YouTube
great
page.
pod. One of the most fun pods.
Oh,
I mean, it's,
Santino. That's cool.
oh, Santino looks great. I love that.
Yeah, Sabretooth and Toad. Go to the full picture of it. Isn't that cool?
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
Scott Hepburn
gold.
draws these. He's a Marvel illustrator. He's fucking incredible.
Wow.
He's
All right,
incredible.
Hepburn. Oh, Eric Griffin looks great.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
perfect.
Go back to Vegas Dads. Click that one. That's my dad and my cousin Teddy and Uncle Bob and stuff. Made them Dragon Ball Z guys.
That's what your dad does look like. Wow, they captured it.
cool, right?
Very cool.
Anyway, thanks for having me. I'm sure you guys will leave a lot of this in, so thanks to the audience for your patience. For those of you who finished, we had a lot of downbeats. But I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
I only see you guys when we do this stuff. I would love to see you more.
Well, hit me
but
up,
it was
man.
a pleasure doing business. I'll be going to get some pastrami sandwiches. Coming to the city once or twice
Nice.
a week to get a sandwich. I'll let you know if
Nice.
you're in town. If you guys
Please.
want to go.
I would love to get a
Do it
sandwich
up.
with you.
Yeah, man.
Anytime.
The edits on your pod are incredible.
You think like the edits of my pod? You should check out Sarge's Deli.
Ooh.
A lot of people are at Cat's Deli in
Sarge's
New York.
is good. Mark and I have been to Sarge's
Sarge's
together.
is my favorite pastrami in the city.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You go brown mustard?
I don't do mustard.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah,
do?
I like
I get a potato pancake and I dip it in applesauce.
Oh.
The whole thing.
Come on.
It's fucking weird, dude.
I got I got
Fuck
my
you.
quirks.
That's fucked up.
But I'll
Fuck.
tell you something.
What the fuck?
I take a green pill when I'm doing that.
You better
Yeah.
believe it. That'll really
You better take a
get
blue
race
pill
war
if
going.
you ever want to see your dick get hard again after eating that food right there.
Don't take a red pill. You'll be
Yeah.
on Andrew Tate's pod.
You guys are really good at what you do.
Oh, come on. Well, I'm off the pill.
You know, let me tell you something your mother has never told you.
Oh, God.
I wouldn't do what you do because that's not who I am, but I really respect what you do, and I think
No,
you're
she
very
does.
good
She
at
does. I was fucking around. She's very good.
She's a fan. She writes
comes to
jokes.
shows. No. I did a thing during the pandemic where
Are
I
you
would
getting your
bounce
mom
bits
breast
by-
implants?
Yeah.
Those are actually hers. She took them out.
I'm not gonna get the feeling when they're inside her, so I just get my fix in now.
Is that real? You got your mom a breast?
Bought my mom some
taken
titties.
He's a good
What was the
son.
most expensive thing you bought somebody, a member of your family?
Jeez, I don't know.
I gave
about
my
you?
brother a kidney.
Is that real?
Well, actually, I fucked that up. I took his kid.
Completely different things. What are you doing with the kid?
right.
You like this? You check out more episodes of Are We Drunk? Next week we
Are
have on
We
comedian. We might be drunk.
Hey,
we have on
it's on the
comedian Bill
wall.
Bellamy.
When is this? When's this? Bethlehem and York, Pennsylvania this weekend. I got Toronto, JFL, the September 21st, Chicago Theater, September 30th, Phoenix, fucking all over the place.
And you had just played
Pittsburgh.
over at Madison Square. How'd that go?
That's November. Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati,
Wait, when are you in
Indianapolis.
Cleveland?
That's his home turf.
I'll be there.
Where are you playing?
The Mimi, Ohio Theater.
Me.
I'm so narcissistic.
Me.
Do you know that venue?
I don't, but I'm sure down Cleveland. after New York is the biggest theater, because Broadway's first stop when they tour is Cleveland. It's a very big theater
I went to see a show there once.
They have really old, beautiful, cool theater. So I'm not sure which one that is, but I bet you it's awesome.
God, what did I see there? It was like
Look
an
at that.
old-timey play.
The art in that
I
town.
was just playing Hilarities this past weekend, and I don't
love
remember who it was, but
Hilarities.
somebody there said that they love you there, and they want you to come back, but I think he's too big to do that now.
You can pop in for a night.
I might pop in. I love Nick and Sam and everyone.
Yeah.
at
Good
Hilarities
eggs
and-
over there.
It's one of the best clubs in the country.
Yeah.
I
Agreed,
love
great
them.
food.
Great. Just gonna say, great food.
and
and
they're
just-
not shy about giving it away either.
They're great. Yeah, they're great dudes.
There's your Broadway.
It's just
for
a
you.
classic. It's a classic club.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
That's
they just
cool, man.
care.
That's so cool that you guys play theaters.
And the big one is the MSG Theater, November 4th, New York City, motherfuckers. Come out.
Hell yeah. We'll see
What
you
about you?
all in hell. I'll be in Europe when this comes out. So come out, Lisbon, Dublin, Amsterdam, Copenhagen, Glasgow, Berlin, Manchester, London, Birmingham, Antwerp. Come on. It's going to be a whopper. Say hello, queef it up.
You
Then
got
I'm coming to
Hershey,
D.C.,
yeah.
Hershey. What else we got? Cincinnati, Louisville, Chesterville, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri. All kinds of fun stuff. Oklahoma City, Dallas,
It's a fun
Portland, Providence,
Ooh, where are you in
Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Where,
Where are you
am I
playing?
in Cleveland? The Agora.
Ooh.
I've been there before. It's fun. Denver, Grand Rapids, Grand Junction, Mobile, Alabama, NOLA, hello, Sacramento, Santa Rosa, Omaha.
How much new do you think from not in the special are you on?
Right now, I got about 25.
Wait, what was the question?
How he just had a special come out.
Yeah, but what did you ask?
How much is brand new from the show?
25.
Meaning the
with my-
show that you're doing now.
Yeah.
But this is September, so I bet I'll have 35, 40 by
Oh
then.
yeah.
But is the other 20, 25 from your special? Or
Brand
just,
new.
Yeah.
No,
So I'm
if-
confused what you're asking.
I was asking how much brand new stuff.
Isn't it all new?
Well, no, you gotta lean
how
on the old
much?
shit for a second. I mean, he just had one come out.
But what I'm saying is, you're still doing a half hour of the stuff that was on your special?
No, I've been riffing, crowd working.
Yeah, that's new.
It's not great. I have jokes,
I
but they're
remember you
not.
told me that last time we did this.
Yeah.
You're like, people saw you, you're like, oh, that's. And you're like, get the process.
I know it's not. I hate. I
The
hate. I like
process,
to go
but
out
that's
and
the
kill
thing.
it.
You gotta keep. I mean, I'm thinking. I was gonna tape January, February, and I just pushed my next special taping to March. I think.
Hey, there you
But I
go.
Where are you
wanna-
doing it?
Boston.
Wilbur,
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna do it.
smart. Hold on. Oh, it was a wife girlfriend fart. Sorry. All right. Well, that's a good way to end it. Okay.
Love you, Rick.
Rick, you're the man.
Sunday's the day for my next offender. A bit of fever wreck, you know the beer juice close. I've had a little too much bourbon, and Norman's talking shit about the fucking Pope. And I get down in the same way. Up on the roof like the cops coming, and naked Samuel is feeling dangerous. I'm out to lunch here in New Orleans. This woman doesn't look like I remember her, and I get down in the same way. We might be drunk.
Hi, it's me, Neil Brennan. Today's guest is, which brings us to our next block, porn.
Yeah.
You've been open about this as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was this part of this could fall under the masculinity rubric
Maybe.
or not?
It's weird. Because of all the problems, with the alcoholism and the religion, when I was a little kid, probably about 9 or 10, I fell into my uncle's porn stash. I'll never forget discovering
Back then, it was a stash.
It
You
was
lived
a
in a
full
box.
stash, and my life changed forever. I mean, there were only a few times when all my problems went away. A couple. One was Carol Burnett, and the other was porn. And back then, you had porn in the grocery store. You could literally see Player, Playboy. It was right there up with the milk and cheese was on the one aisle. And that was just the thing. They were like, and I remember going into the store to get some stuff and my mother sending me in and I did not leave. And she was like, she came in like, what are you doing? And I was sitting there with the magazine rack with a Playboy and I just could not move. And then I came up in the era of, first days of cable when Playboy Channel, Escapade Channel, this kind of thing. And then,
Escapade, that's a deep cut.
You remember that? I'm going way back.
And
then it was so weird because they were all based on like.
You ever jerk off to a scrambled?
Yeah.
To a scrambled Playboy?
No, but let me tell you, this is the thing about the scramble. I knew how to de-scramble.
Of course you did.
You just hold the channel in between and it would come in clear as day.
Well, when you're addicted to porn, Terry, you'll find ways around the system.
That's what you do. That's what you do. Dude, and it's in the house.
Yeah.
And it was something I ran to because, again, I wasn't allowed to do anything else. So when my parents were gone and doing whatever, I would be in there watching porn. And it's funny because my brother and I would be watching together for a while, and then he'd be like, man, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't need that. And I was like, you go ahead. See you later. I need it.
And you're just watching it? You're just transfixed. You're not masturbating. You're just transfixed.
You got to understand, I was so young at first. And my mother, being so religious, we never talked about my mother and father. To this day, I've never had a talk with my dad about sex.
Oh,
my mother was like, I would say, so what about sex? And she'd be like, don't talk about sex unless you are you doing it? Are you doing sex? I'm like, no, I'm not. And I hated to bring it up, right? Because it was always comes with shame. So I tried to act like I wasn't ever thinking about sex. And because my mother was like, you're going to get somebody pregnant. You're gonna, because she ended up pregnant at 16.
Mm-hmm.
So it was something we just never talked about in our house. So I never forget the first time I did jack off. I was like, what is going on? And I had to be around 13 but I had been watching porn and different things since I was 8. So I didn't even know this little gift that kept on giving.
Is that what this was about the whole time?
I was going, this is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And then it was.
So it's a way to escape.
Yeah.
And then add an orgasm to that. It's like sex is a frequency that is very hypnotizing and arguably the strongest hypnotic frequency on earth, right?
Yeah.
And then you use that to escape from a bad place, where you lived emotionally.
Yeah.
And then you rely on it for the rest of your.
I mean, you gotta. I didn't even. I was I hadn't even had sex until I went. It was my second year in college, so I was a virgin the whole time through high school.
Because you just didn't. It didn't occur to you because you had so much porn at home.
I mean, well, this is the thing. I wasn't allowed to have girlfriends either.
Oh,
so
all right,
that was another thing.
Yeah.
But because again, you're going to get somebody pregnant. So there was a huge. It just became a problem, man. Like, and when I say a problem, I thought getting married was going to end it. Like, I got married the day before my 21st birthday. Me and my wife have been married 34 years, and I thought, oh man, when I get married, I got a real woman. Now I'll never need porn again. And then we got in an argument, and I was like, I need porn. And that hit me. I was like, oh, shit.
Did you realize immediately, like, uh-oh?
Yep. I mean, immediately. Because we got in an argument, and I was going, now I need porn. Because, uh-oh.
So you'd call your uncle, find a stash? So then you realize... But that's 20 years before you do anything about it, right?
Right. See, dude, this is why it's so bad, because I would even, and this was really affect me even as I started playing football and the whole thing. I had this whole secret life where I would keep my porn.
You got
to
cut
myself.
from 2 teams for masturbating too much.
No, that never happened. You might be on my Wikipedia, but no, that did not happen. But what did happen is, remember, I was going through this major imposter syndrome thing when I got my first movie. and first movie is a big Arnold Schwarzenegger flick. I'm one of the bad guys. It's called The Sixth Day. I'm in Vancouver. It was so bad. The imposter syndrome was so bad that they were like, Terry, you're not going to shoot for 3 weeks. We want to send you home. We can send you back to LA. I was like, no, I'll stay. No, I'll stay. It's okay. No, you don't ever have to send me. I'm thinking like they're going to cut me.
Yeah.
Just like in NFL. And I stay in the room for 3 damn weeks when I could have went
Sutton
home.
Place, Vancouver.
Sutton Place. The Sutton Place Hotel, Vancouver, dude. Oh my God, you know it. Hey man, crazy. And this is like 1999. This is around there, early 2000s. And I'm going, and I'm watching all the porn on the set, the whole thing, dude. And then finally, I tell myself I'm just going to get a massage, just kind of work out the kinks, and been working out a lot, but knowing full well I wanted to try out something. And I went to this massage place and got a hand job, and I was like, oh Lord, I had never went.
So you never cheated?
I had never cheated. And that was the moment I cheated. And I was like, oh man, it changed everything. And I said, I will never ever tell. Like, this is the secret that I'm going to die with. I just knew, and I felt so horrible. I mean, and my wife was, something's up. What's going on? Like, and I'm, and I just knew. I just was praying she didn't see it on me.
What was it about that day you think that made you?
I don't know. I mean, just the loneliness, being up there the whole time, and feeling like I didn't belong. Because again, I was not an actor. I was like, I didn't know what to do with the crew and the people, and they were doing their things. I was like, Michael Rooker was the guy who actually taught me how to act. He was like, no, Daddy, what you got to do, man? When I'm standing here, you stand over here. That's what we're gonna do in the scene, right? And I'm going, okay, dude. I was scared shitless the whole time, thinking they're gonna fire me. They're gonna discover that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm an old football player, and every line came out like, it's funny. Me and Dave Bautista talked about this. Like the first time we ever acted, it was just like, the line's coming. Here's the line. Time to say the line. Hi.
Yeah.
And the line there. That kind of anxiety. That was the whole movie. And how I would unwind was pornography. But I needed more. And you got to understand, it's the gift that does not,
I have a very
diminishing returns.
A gross question.
Okay.
How many times a day were you masturbating on average?
Oh, I don't remember.
Think,
but it had
Harry,
to be.
this is important. Good.
Yeah, man. But I could tell you this. I was watching from day turned into night. So it would be like 11 a.m. all the way to like 11 p.m.
Was it about the orgasm, or was it just about like the trance?
Yeah, a trance. You're in a trance. It's like you're instantly out of body. It's like you're nowhere.
Did your wife know that it was an issue before? Like, would you go like, I'm going to my office, I need quiet? Or
She caught me a couple times.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I don't want to do this.
What is this?
Yeah. I was
Porn,
like, no, but this was a while because I went through the whole changes, like, with cable and then the internet.
Yeah.
And then it got easier.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't got to go to
easier
the store,
hide.
Terry. You don't have to go behind into the beaded room.
No, you're right. You don't have to go to a bookstore. You don't have to do this stuff. And it was just going, and because that's what I would do before. It's like, oh man, feel bad and go home, and you don't have anything in the house.
Place.
And, and then every hotel had something, and I was like, but I hid that for years. And then my wife finally, she was like, Terry, what is it I don't know about you? And I got tired. And we were arguing a lot. I kind of felt like we were going to break up anyway, because it became this thing. This stuff gets too hard to hide. And I felt like
You also resent them because you have to hide it, so you resent them.
Resentment, exactly.
Like,
I was always angry at her. And she was the
because
problem.
why won't you let me masturbate 12 hours a day?
You know what I mean? Like
You're square.
Just man, your brain makes up the most wild things, reasons, and justifications for how messed up you are. Okay, and I literally just told her. I said, I told her I got a hand job in Vancouver. It was like 10 years ago. But for her, it was that moment.
Yep.
And she was like, "You're out. We're done." I was like, "Wait, come on. No, not that. I told you. I'm honest."
Yeah.
She's like, "Dude, this is bullshit. I'm out." And I was like, I just lost my family. And that was the first time that I realized I did not have control over my life. Like it was, and now I gotta say this because a lot of people feel like, they say, well, pornography addiction is never listed in the list of addictions, and it's natural and this and that. But it was my issue. I couldn't stop. I wanted to stop. To me, that's a problem. I know kids that eat, paint chips, can't stop.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
It may not be listed.
Right.
But if you have the urge to grab that paint chip and eat it all the time, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. For me, this was a problem. And I said, I got to do something about this. And I went to a rehab center, like for sex addiction, for pornography and the whole thing. It's where all these famous people went. And this thing, I was very successful. Because what happens is that I would feel guilty and then I would do a whole lot of great things to make up for that. You know what I mean? So it's very motivating. Like, let me get myself straight. No, what? I'm not that guy. Yeah. I'm going to do this. And it was like, I say this, I say underachievement and overachievement is like, it comes from the same place. Like, if you're an underachiever, you live under a bridge. But an overachiever lives under a bridge he owns. Because he's built that thing. You know what I mean? So now no one can see me.
Yeah.
But the point is, you got to come out of freaking bridge. You got to come out. You got to just be you. And I was never me. I was always an image and this and that. And then it all fell. Like the image was even to my wife. She didn't even know who I was. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. It's like, do you just have to rebuild the whole relationship after that?
Everything.
But you're still mostly you. I mean, like, she likes you.
Right.
She's in love with you.
There's this other Terry that she didn't know anything about. It was double life. That's what the whole thing is called. It's called a double life. And she liked this life, but this other thing was like, what are you doing? And I had to be very, very honest about everything. Like I'm talking right to you right now, you know? And it took a while. I mean, to a point where I could now just talk about my own, because now I'm one person, I can talk about these things. But when you're a double, you're like, oh no, but what's good? Everybody's gonna find out. This is the thing that changed it for me. And it wasn't religion or anything like that. It's what I found out what it did. Like, it changed the way I saw people. It literally, people became objects as opposed to actual real people. And I didn't like that.
Men and women?
Everybody. Just because the nature of porn is not how are you feeling? It's body parts. It's it's engine, pistons, boom, damn, it's all about.
I don't know what kind of porn you're watching. Engines and pistons. Well, God bless.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? But the thing is that I didn't like it. It changed me. And then I didn't care about people.
I'm curious how it affected your take on men.
It wasn't even about men. It's about everybody. It was just like people were there to be used.
It was like everyone was like a sex vehicle of some kind.
But see, this is the thing. Porn has nothing to do with sex. It's about power. You know what I mean? It's power. It's the fact that I can get you to do anything. Like when I say this, I remember going to a strip club as a football player with the guys. And I'm going to the club. And the girl's on the stage and the whole thing, and she comes down and she starts to talk about her kids and bills and like, stop.
Yeah.
Because she's becoming human.
Yeah.
Right before your eyes.
Yeah.
Get
She'll
back
whisper
on
her
stage.
real name to you.
Oh, no. You're Candy, right?
Yes. Keep it Portia and Candy.
It's like, oh my God, what? Helen? Stop.
Human
Please.
woman names. Whoa.
Human.
I need brands.
But it's not, it's not human.
Gucci.
Hey, get back on stage and become a doll, become a picture, become that. And that is what I didn't like about who I was becoming. But you could feel that way about anybody. Like, man, you're stupid. Like, you could talk to people and feel like they're just idiots. And you're the smart one. I'm the guy who knows.
Well,
I have the power.
Fame's not great for that either, buddy.
No, it's not.
I gotta be honest.
Hey,
not the best, not the greatest humanizer.
I'm just trying to tell
people
you,
engaging with a
it
famous
comes from
person.
the same place.
Yeah.
A lot. This stuff, this power stuff. Again, what the agent came up to me and did that thing to me. That's the same shit.
Yeah.
Same stuff. He was powerful.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah.
You shut the fuck up.
Yep.
And do what I say.
Yeah.
Hey man, I was starting to turn that way. Like in my mind, I was feeling that way about people. And I was like, I don't know. No, I don't want to be that. But when you have a double life, you turn into a guy. And then you try to turn them off when it's convenient. And
right.
But that's the stuff I learned in therapy. And I had never been to therapy because in where I grew up,
It was illegal for black men to go to therapy until 2015.
Very, very illegal.
We finally got that overturned.
They say you can't cure crazy. That's a real term.
Oh, right. Yeah. So you saw it. It was a way just to escape.
That's it.
Now that you're done escaping largely, what have you had to, or what have you chosen to settle into?
Well, my actual feelings. Like I couldn't be sad. Because wait, man, how you doing, man? I'm good. Yeah. How you doing?
Crushing it.
See, you know this. You see how I just said that? How you doing, man? No, I'm good. What
yeah.
Why you want to know?
Yeah.
It's literally defensive. It's like, oh, hey, you saying something's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Now it's like, man, if I'm sad, I'm sad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel good right now.
Yeah.
I'm honest about where I'm at. I'm honest about what I don't like. Whereas before it was like, no, I like that. It's cool. Again, boundaries.
Yeah.
Boundaries, dude. Like,
and accepting yourself. Accepting yourself for like, yep, I got to memorize. I'm going to feel sad.
Yep.
No, I'm a bitch who likes to draw.
Yep. And with a learning disability.
And I got a learning disability. Of course, my wife just diagnosed me. And yeah, but it is a lot of life is escape, pretending to be the regular thing.
I know why people smoked crack. I know why people got drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know why my dad did it. It was just, man, it helped me understand. Me going through my own thing helped me understand why he escaped. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest. I haven't rolled crack out.
Yeah.
I'm not. It hasn't come my way. It'll come when it's time. It's not. If I get a terminal illness diagnosis and someone goes crack, I'll be like, I right this way. Like, what do I care? What are we holding out for?
Oh my God.
I want to feel it. Were you horny, or were you horny for getting out of your existence?
Right. It had nothing to do with being horny. It was just about escaping. And it was, you know, and you know what? One thing that I used to say, I got a high sex drive as a man. You kind of give yourself some props on that. Like, you know, I'm just a little more manly than the other man.
You know how it is, baby. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Played that game.
Yeah.
When, you know, actual porn is really not very manly at all. I mean, it's just.
What do you mean, trapping women and paying them $900 to give them UTIs? I think that's the most masculine thing a man can do.
Dude, when you start, I mean, that was the thing. When I started discovering just what it really is and what it does. Now, again, I don't think anything should be outlawed. I'm not a guy who's saying, okay, ban this, ban that. I'll tell you that right now. But I just think that you just need to tell people what it could do.
Mm-hmm.
Porn will never tell you about itself. Like, I mean, I get texts now of porn. You know, people, and they're texting my 18-year-old son, you know, boop, boop, boop. You know, it's people like, hey, good time tonight. I'm like, I don't know this person. My wife is like, who's texting you a good time tonight? I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting spammed porn because they know that if you get the look and you want to look, and then people just get into it and they're hoping. First of all, I don't know any person who discovered porn at 18.
Right.
It's always when they get you as a kid, because the whole point is to get you hooked. It's like, oh,
it's
just
demand.
You give the crack away.
Yes.
And it sells itself.
Correct.
That's the point I'm trying to make. It's just a little bit like, tell everybody what it's doing.
Okay. The contrarian in me says, I discovered porn at the same 12, 13. I'm just like, a masturbate once. That's good. Right? So is my relationship healthy? Is there such a thing as having a healthy relationship with it? Or is the whole thing like condemnable?
I think that has a lot to do with you. I think that you are healthy. If that's the case, I know people. Listen, I know people have a drink and they're fine.
Yeah,
but
same
then
here.
The other people, it ruins their lives.
Yeah.
But do I think there should be no alcohol? No, I think it's up to the person. But for my personality, for who I am, it's not a good look. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people who are not. See, this was the opening. This is the eye opener, because I thought everybody was.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought everybody had a double life.
Yeah.
And I thought they would like, man, I don't do that. And I'm like,
I think a good barometer that a friend is watching too much porn is when they know their names. Just when they're like, you see Jillian Michelson, you're like, who? I go on there, it's some lady, I don't know.
They're
like
famous in your house.
Specific actor. What?
And see, this is another thing. I've heard, it's funny because people say, well, me and my girl, and it's all good and we do it together. And then I totally get it. But if she said, I don't want to do that anymore. Now all of a sudden it's like, what was that? What? You'll find out if you have a problem if she says, no more. Yeah. Like, but we used to do that. And I know people who broke up because they like, you don't want to do that no more. And I need it. So, you know, it starts to, you start to understand who's the boss here. You
How was the sitting with your feelings? How'd that go?
Oh, at first. I got a crazy story, man. I'll never forget. This is the first time out of the whole therapy stuff. I'm watching Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman, and he's kicking those kids out of the bad, kids that are messing up the other kids. He kicks them all out of school. He's like, "You've all been expurgated," and the whole thing. You are all expurgated. I start crying, and I can't stop crying. Neil, I cried for 2 hours.
Do you know why?
I don't. I kind of have examined, because I felt, years later, I kind of examined, like, this man was taking care of the kids that really wanted to learn.
Uh-huh.
And it reminded me of what I was going through, and there, the gangs and the people, and he locked the doors and he wouldn't let the gang members come and attack the kids, and they were singing the nice songs and Bear East Side High and everything, and I couldn't stop crying. Neil, I cried, and my wife came in, and I was like, I can't stop. I don't know why I can't stop. And she was just like, I've never seen you cry. She was literally like, and my wife had a miscarriage, and I didn't cry. And she was like, you're crying now? And she knew something was different, like something's changing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was so deep. And we're just deeper than we think. Like,
how did you stop? Did you just block it on your phone and it was all
kind of techniques. I mean, I just became very, very honest. gave passwords to my whole family. My wife knew she could grab my phone at any time. She could look at my, like, you never erase the history, stuff like that. And that works for the beginning, just to get. Then after a while, you have a new system of living, and then it feels clean. And this is a great thing about. This is one thing that I've learned, is that all right acts are cumulative, meaning it's compounds. One, like if you stop smoking, your lungs get cleaner than they get faster than the time it took you to get really filthy and bad. You know what I mean? Your lungs are already like, all right, okay, just give us a break. And all of a sudden, you'll pretty much be back to health very quickly in a quicker time than it took you to get messed up. I think everything is like that. You know what I mean? But bad things they accumulate as well. You know what I mean? So
it's the body wants to repeat shit.
Yeah. And if you just stop bad actions and this is another thing is that I learned willpower doesn't work. You have to replace it with stuff. So this is how I became Mr. Do a lot of good stuff. Like I became very, very active as an actor. I started hosting. I started doing, when I quit porn, my career went pow. You can almost see where Terry does everything. Like
I'm Terry Crews. Welcome back to me not masturbating.
That's a great theme show. That's a great theme for a game
all
show.
Of your jobs.
Terry Crews not masturbating.
I always say, you know why Robert Downey Jr. is so good? You're watching a man not do cocaine.
Yes.
He plays Iron Man. Yep. What he's really playing is Robert Downey Jr. not doing cocaine.
Dude, and it makes you good.
Yeah.
You get focused. Dude, I had 4 or 5 jobs. I was creating stuff. I was whittling on the side. I was making yarn. I was doing all kind of crocheting and working and painting and acting and hosting.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's one day. Day one.
Yeah.
And I'm going, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
But I was also wasting a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you think, all of a sudden you get something started in 2-3 hours of porn, and then I'll finish that later. I was writing. I got movies I wrote, shows I wrote. I was just, and I said, I like it here.
Yeah.
I like it here. I feel productive. I'm doing good things, and it's good stuff. And I don't feel guilty.
What year was that?
Oh my God. This was back in, my wife and I, it was 2010.
Great. Number 4, block, perfectionism.
Yeah.
In what way?
I think it's the flip side of the imposter stuff, where now you have to be absolutely perfect. And I would be self-punishing if something came out a little less. Like you mentioned, like you just tried, trying that joke or whatever, or doing that show and it didn't. It was good.
Yeah.
That would bug the mess. I mean, where the fact is, I would bomb an audition and do it 2 hours in the car all alone.
Like, you could have done it 2 hours before.
Yeah. Right. But I usually had.
And
still
so what
bomb.
was it?
I mean, just nerves.
Yeah.
It was sometimes I remember I did this audition for this show, and they told me it was my job to lose. And that was the worst setup ever.
Say no more.
Oh, my hands I had the size of my hands, and it was just like. So while I was doing the audition, I'm going and I'm going, dude, and you just I'm watching their faces just go, oh, and I'm bombing. And that's another thing that helped me become unembarrassable, because perfectionism is against that. Like, you always embarrassed.
Yeah.
Always. Like, you constantly, like, I have to look like this and this is another thing too. I mean, even with fitness and stuff like that, you're like, oh my God, I don't see my abs anymore. Anything you eat, you're like, oh no, I shouldn't eat that. And it's exhausting, and you can easily slip in. But now I've learned, man, it's pie time. Have your pie. You did the workout. It's good, man. It's consistency. It's not one giant. Like, you can't brush your teeth one great time and leave them alone for the rest of the year. It's every day.
Yeah.
Twice a day. You know what I mean? And relax. And everything else will take care of itself. But I didn't know that. I was a perfectionist. And meaning also, and this is the worst thing about perfectionism, is that I notice what's wrong with everybody else.
Yeah.
That's the real problem with perfectionism.
And then you get upset
at
by
everybody
that.
else.
Yeah, and that affects your mood,
dude,
in a negative way. And it's like, it's none of your business. Yeah, you can just get caught. And it's also, there's a religious aspect to it.
Yes.
Like, they're not, you don't say they're sinners, but in your mind, you're like, these fucking sinners.
Yes. Wait,
these
Neil.
sloppy, lazy, unprepared sinners.
I'm prepared. I'm ready. And these motherfuckers are goofing around.
Yeah.
They're on a comedy.
Yeah.
And they're like, da 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 da. I'm like, we are.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yep. Yeah.
And man, it's not the atmosphere to give in a comedy.
It's not going to make people free. Yeah.
No, not at all. And so I was like, oh my God, you can't bring this here. You know what I mean? And there were a couple of times when it did backfire because you feel like, you just feel too on everybody. You know what I mean? And it backfired. I mean, I lost some friends because of it. You know what I mean? Just because, just this me always mentioning things that they're doing.
Well, you had to, Terry.
Yeah.
You didn't want to not give them an opportunity to grow.
This brings me to this podcast.
Well, no, but that's what you end up. Yeah, you end up being. Perfectionism comes down to extremely negative self-talk.
Yep.
And if you make a mistake, there's going to be hell to pay. I also find in my case, I react to criticism very poorly because I'm already maxed out internally. And then like I'm barely surviving based on my inner monologue. And then somebody else says something and it tips the whole thing over.
All over. I mean, first of all, the word is ruminate.
I know the word.
That's hard.
Oh, I know the word,
Ruminate.
and I looked it up. And if you want to look at my YouTube history, Terry,
it's a rumination.
Rumination. How to stop rumination. I believe it was last Wednesday. Probably watched 10 videos about it.
Wow.
Here's the bad news. Nobody's got a good idea how to stop it.
No one has.
Yeah,
dude. I'll never forget, man. I messed up on a question. I was asking a question to somebody on a live show or whatever, and I totally goofed it up. And I could not get it out of my head for days. And it was like, dude, no one cares. And that's another thing too. And it kind of helped me to deal with some of that stuff because I had to remember that people are not looking at you when they're watching shows or TV. They're thinking about what they got to eat tonight. Mm-hmm. They're thinking about getting people's attention is the hardest thing ever. Like they'll say they're watching you.
And it's on.
They're like, they're going through the motions, man. It's not even, they're like, they'll tell you, oh yeah, it was great. And they really mean it. And you're like, but I fucked up like all day. That was terrible. But they're not really, and that helped me to deal with some of the rumination. But when I really mess up and I'm going, oh man, and it was to the point where I was like, I'm putting myself in jail every day. I had to just really go through and just talk this stuff out. And that's where I sat with my emotions and the whole thing. But that comes from perfectionism.
Yeah.
That's where all that's said to say that's a block, dude.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. And it's got so many tentacles about where it's from and perfection and godliness and
especially coming up in that religious stuff. But I learned, and that's where I had to learn, be unembarrassable. Go ahead. You know what? Yeah, you got a stain on your pants. No one cares. Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Yep, you farted. Yep, it's all right. That kind of thing.
Guy farts.
Yeah,
a lot of farts.
Lots of it.
Welcome.
Lots
back
of protein powder.
Welcome back to Farts with Terry Crews. Narcissism.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got a lot of contradictory ones on here,
I know,
but we contain multitudes.
Yeah.
When did you admit it, and how? I have a joke. It's not really a joke, but observation about narcissism is when you deal with narcissists, they have the disease, you have the side effect. So, like, I don't think any narcissist ever regrets it.
Right.
And I don't think they learn, and I don't think they change.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right.
So congratulations.
Yeah. I am definitely my wife, along with the learning disability, she's like, you are freaking narcissist. You know? And I go, but help me. Like, how can I
what should I
not be this amazing?
Yeah.
How can I not be so wonderful?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure I'm just like you. And she's like, what do you mean by that, motherfucker?
Yeah.
But this is the thing. It's so, because this is the one thing that I know. There's some things that I've done where I'm like, holy shit, that's good. That's good. That's funny. That's amazing. Like, even my artwork, I remember, like, I'll go in my life and show my work because I know it's good. And you know it's the best. And you know you can get $8,000 for it. And you know these players are going to want it. That's it's a narcissistic feeling. Like, where you walk in and you know, wait a minute. I'm the shit right now. Like, we're doing this, right? You know? And it's a point where this is Hollywood is built for narcissists.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I'm going to expand that to the world.
Go ahead.
It's built for narcissists.
Yeah.
People love charisma.
Oh,
it's maybe a more powerful currency than money.
It's so powerful, dude. I'll never forget. Like, when you get on a movie and that camera's on you, and you got everybody who's ever looking at that movie at that time ad infinitum throughout eternity, they're yours. Even after you're dead and gone. And you are saying these lines, and you got this, or whether it's a joke or whatever, and it's a power. It's intoxicating. It's very, very good. And it feels like, and then when you do it right, and not only you do it right, people are reacting and laughing, or reacting and going, whoa.
Yeah, better.
And
than
they'll
right.
tell you, like, and you know you did that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget. I remember I was somewhere and I was like, yeah, you know, you try to play it down. Like, no, man, you know you did that. And I was like, yeah, I know. You know?
Yeah.
But the narcissism thing, it's so wild because I took a personality test. And this is when the first time it hit me. And it was, are you a narcissist? And I filled out all the questions, and it came back. I said, yes, like, you are a card-carrying narcissist. I was like, and I walked out with my wife and kids all in the kitchen. I was like, this test says I'm a narcissist. They were like, duh, holy cow, yeah. And everything played back to me later on. Like, everything was in my view. Everything is from my perspective. Like, I remember just talking ad infinitum to my kids about the experience I had on a film, and they're just like, and I'm like, oh, you guys were just being nice? They're like, yeah, Dad, you were talking about yourself the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were interested.
Or I was trying to entertain you. I don't know. But that's the problem. I suffer from narcissism, and I suffer from narcissists. So I can't. Buddy of mine says it's like having Tourette's. You just have to know you have it.
Yep.
And try to work to not hurt people.
Yeah. Yeah.
With it.
That's it. It's. I could easily be. I mean, a perfect example of a narcissist is just any time I would beat somebody up. That time, you know, when I felt slighted and could punch people and feel justified. That's straight up like, yo, man, what you putting hands on people, dude? Like, no. But that was the thing I had to get a hold of. But there's so many ways where I look back at the lack of control that I had and it made up in it. And then what narcissism gave me was a sense of control. You see what I mean? Meaning, as a kid, I'm like, oh my God, I'm helpless in this situation. And then when I was an artist, or when I was this or whatever, and I had some sort of like, this is my power, this is what I have, you know, and then you start to lean too far and go into it too much. But it's an issue, man.
It's an overcompensation for low self-esteem.
It's bad.
Which fine, most things are.
Yeah.
But I still don't really know how, because even you talking about like, I saw everything from my point of view. We're all seeing it from our point of view. When people go, that person has main character syndrome. What character should they think they are? They wake up as themselves. It's all through. So we're all supposed to be negotiating all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get too much, or charisma makes people give you more than normal, or you start to believe. I'm sure there are moments where that Terry Crews is the shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes you think Terry Crews is shit, and sometimes you're the shit.
But this is what's so amazing. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I learned this is a problem. It's when it's never being just in the middle, because in the middle is humanity.
Right.
You're either lower than everybody, which is all the other problems, or you're better than everybody, which is another problem, which is narcissism and the whole thing, or the whole, imposter syndrome. But in the middle is where humanity is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just human. And that's the
But
issue.
it's not as high. You don't get the juice.
No, not at all. Not at all. No. Wait, because this thing, being higher, this is the thing when I was in the NFL, this is the way players thought. When I'm winning, I'm better than everybody. And this is when you could do anything, and this when players go out and but when you're losing or you're getting cut, you're now worse than everybody.
Yeah.
And I knew a lot of guys that killed themselves, straight up, put a bullet in their brain. And this is what people don't understand, how in entertainment, these guys got everything. How can they just kill themselves? Yeah. But it's that. It's literally, I'm either better than you.
You're playing a stock market that you kind of can't control.
I'm either better, but I'm not you. I'm not human. I'm either better or worse. And that is and that's what I constantly have to remember. Be human, man. Be human. You're not better. You're not worse. It's a really good perspective change.
Yeah, but
what I'm saying?
You know that it's hard. You know that there's a lot of adrenaline. There's positive. There's benefits to not being human.
Yeah.
That, unfortunately,
especially when you're competing.
It's narcotic.
Especially when you're competing.
Right.
Because that's where I had to get rid of. To me, I think being competitive is the opposite of being creative. All problems for me stem from trying to compete with other people. Every issue, I'm fine with what I have until I see what you've got. You got what? Isn't it amazing how you are perfectly fine with whatever you have until you know it's the same person doing the same thing you're doing, and they got way more than you. You're like,
then
how did
suddenly
that happen?
your giant pile of money isn't good enough.
Or there's somebody who's doing the same thing you're doing, and they got nothing. And you're like, that's because I'm magic.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I'm just horny to most
and like
dudes.
you said, it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Like you just brought up that whole thing about the casting thing. You just got picked because you look like you looked the part.
Yeah.
It was all good.
Yeah. It's just easier to. It's just you do a lot of your body and head does most of the work that writing didn't.
This is better than therapy, man. This is good stuff.
That's
At least just talking it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are the things that you've done to improve these problems?
Wow. Tons and tons of reading, tons and tons of asking the people closest in my life to keep me real, to keep me on board. My wife, my family. I go to my kids.
How old are your kids?
Oh, they're old. My oldest is 36, 32, 25, 20, 18. And 4 girls, and the youngest is a boy. and we get together, and I let them go at me. Like, I said, go ahead, just make it hurt. Well, Dad, first of all, and they just go in, and I have to, and it's cleansing. You know, it's a perspective build. You know what I mean?
You
And then,
specifically do this?
yeah. No, you got, first of all, just tell me if you have any issues with what I'm doing, anything bug you, what am I saying? Just talk to me. And I do this. And it's really, really good because you can because the big thing is I'm paying for everything you do. You know? So that's the other side where you can easily just walk in like, I am your whole world. So, you know, but it's a perspective change when you're like, yeah, but who are you really?
Yeah.
And my wife never, ever sugarcoats, ever. She's learned never to do that with me because, again, with a narcissist, I could take that and run. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, no, and it keeps me really, really on tap, you know? And I don't know what else to say. It's just really having good friends.
But did
I
you go
don't have a
12-step?
posse or a crew.
Right. 12-step.
Oh yeah,
rehabs.
12-step the whole way. First of all, even with the pornography addiction, 12 steps works for everything.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. I mean, the first thing you admit you're powerless. You know, I was that, and then you go on down the steps, and then you got to help other people at the end, which is one reason why I share a lot of this stuff. Like, again, that might not be your problem, but somebody out there, they're always like, dude, that is, and it feels good because you never feel alone. And so it's always about helping other people. And one thing is just being really brutally honest about who you are. And I have gone over, I think I've overshared definitely a lot of ways, but
Not
I like
today.
it.
Kidding.
I'm in the public eye. I would never recommend that people do this because it's really painful if you're not used to it.
Well, yeah, I've had friends be like, I tried talking about this thing on that show, and everybody acted like I was crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you got to pick